Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about points, lines, and planes, which are foundations for geometry. So a point can look like this, a little dot here, point A, perhaps a bigger dot, point B, perhaps an even bigger dot, point C. So for a point, well, first of all, a point is a location. It's representing a location with there's no size attached to it, there's no width, there's no length. It's just a dot and a capital letter. So it doesn't matter how large the point or the letter is drawn. A point is just referring to where something is. It's not referring to the size of something. So points A, B, and C there, I have them drawn a little bit different. Point A is, of course, on the left. Point B is in the middle. Point C is on the right. That's what's really important there. A line segment is a piece of a line that is created by two endpoints and an infinite number of points in between. So here I have point D, here I have point E. If I attach them, we have line segment DE. When I name a line segment, I want to make sure that I'm using two capital letters, and I want to draw the line segment above to refer to the object. If I were to measure line segment DE, and actually let me pull out my ruler and we can actually measure it. We'll call that 3.5. Then I would say that DE is equal to 3.5 without the line segment. So DE with a line segment above it is referring to the object. DE from point D to point E, that's 3.5 centimeters long. Then I'm not going to include the line segment above the letters when I refer to the length of it. So a line segment, DE, D and E are the endpoints, and there's actually an infinite number of points in between D and E. It's just very difficult to draw all of those. I have point F in there, point G, point H, and then in between G and H I have another one, and between that I have another one. There are an infinite number of dots here. It's just very hard to draw. A line then is a set of infinite points that extends. So a line here I have arrows drawn to show that it extends. Let's say I used up through H, so I'll start over here with I, over here with J. This is line. I want to draw a line above it, I, J. I want to use two capital letters for a line segment and a line, one capital letter for the point. So this is line IJ. Now you can use any two letters to name a line. If I also had K in here and L, I could also name this line KL, and I could also name it line IL, etc. There's many other names for this line. The point is that it extends to the left of I and it extends to the right of J. And it doesn't matter how thick I draw the line has really no thickness. It just has length, infinite length. Collinear just refers to points that are on the same line. So if I have a line in blue and a line in purple with points M, N, O, and P, and Q. Points M, N, and Q are collinear, and points O, Q, and P are collinear. M, O, and N are not, because O and M and N, O is not on the same line as M and N. And then the last little bit here, a plane is a two-dimensional surface that covers a set of infinitely many points, and it extends in two directions. it extends up and down, and it extends left and right. So a plane is usually drawn as a parallelogram. Oop, that's not a parallelogram. Or a slanted rectangle. So a plane is two-dimensional. It extends. I could draw it a little bit longer on the top. I could draw it a little bit longer on the bottom. I could draw it a little bit more on the right, a little bit more on the left. A plane extends up and down and left and right. It's two-dimensional. It's just really, just like a line, it's hard to draw infinite. So we have like this set picture, but in theory, this plane could go all the way up here, all the way down here, all the way over here, all the way over here. To name a plane, we want to use 3 letters or 3 points on the plane. So if I draw 4 points on the plane, really there's infinitely many. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. But I just want to use 3 of them. So I'm going to call this plane ABC or plane ABD. Any combination of 3 points. We just want to make sure that there are 3 points and that they are all capital. Coplanar is just referring to points that are on the same plane. So if I have a plane in green and a plane in red, if I have E, F, G, and then I have H, I, J, alright, and then what I'm attempting to draw here is the line where the green and the red cross. It's better. And I'm going to put K on that line. So on the dark green line, I'm going to put point K. So coplanar, I have points H, I, J, and K. Those are coplanar. They're all on the green. And E, F, G, and K are all on the red. And K is coplanar to both sets because K is on both. So those are some foundations. And if you want more videos on some geometry foundations, stay tuned.